Jesus is brought back from King Herod to Pilate again. Pilate calls together the chief priests, the rulers and the people, and says to them, "You brought me this man. I have examined him in your presence. I do not find this man guilty of the charges you bring against him." King Herod thinks the same, for he sent him back to us. As you can see, he has done nothing to deserve death. Therefore, I will punish him and then release him. That is strange. Pilate declares Jesus not guilty. Why still punishing him? Who deserves a punishment? Only the ones who do wrong, right? How often do we do wrong and make God sad? This is why we deserve God's punishment. Now it was the governor's custom at the Passover festival to release a prisoner whom the people requested. The crowd asks Pilate to do for them what he usually did. At that time, they had a well-known prisoner whose name was Barabbas. He was in prison for leading a rebellion in the city and for murder. Now Pilate asks the crowd, "Which one do you want me to release to you, Barabbas or Jesus, who is called the Messiah?" While Pilate is sitting on the judge's seat, his wife sends him a message. "Don't have anything to do with that innocent man. I had a dream about him, which made me suffer." Will Pilate listen to this warning and release Jesus? But in between, the chief priests and the elders stir up the crowd. They all shout, "Away with this man! Release Barabbas to us!" But Pilate wants to release Jesus. He appeals to the people again and asks, "What shall I do then with Jesus, the King of the Jews?" They all shout, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" Pilate asks, "Why? What crime has this man committed?" "I have found in him no grounds for the death penalty." But the people shout all the louder, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" When Pilate sees that he is getting nowhere, but that instead the crowd is getting out of control, he takes water, washes his hands in front of the people and declares, "I am innocent of this man's blood. It is your responsibility." All the people answer, "His blood is on us and on our children." Then, wanting to satisfy the crowd, Pilate releases Barabbas to them. Pilate takes Jesus and has him flogged. Soldiers lead Jesus away into the palace. They strip him and clothe him in a purple robe. Then they twist together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand. Then they go up to him again and again, kneel in front of him and mock him, "Hail, King of the Jews!" They take the staff. Again and again they strike him on the head with it. They slap him in the face. They spit on him. How terrible is Jesus' suffering! Why is he not saying anything? Why is he not using his power to stop the soldiers? Listen what I read in the Bible in the book of the prophet Isaiah. "But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his stripes we are healed." Jesus is willing to undergo all the pain and mocking to set sinners free. He is willing to carry God's punishment for the sins we have done. How great is his love for us! Let us love him as well.